last month's auction with the Bobby Morris Torana XU-1 race car, we had such a great response to Toranas. This month we've got another GDR XU-1 coming out for auction. This one's an 11th month 72. It was originally sold new in Adelaide in South Australia. The car presents very, very well. In fact, standing back 10 feet you'd think it was brand new paint, but it's not. The car's mostly original paint. When you get up close to the front you can see it's got a few little stone chips and marks in it. But it's a good, solid car and unrestored car. The interior trim's still all original. The carpets are good, the centre console's still the original console. A little bit of plastic under the dash has been replaced, but the bumpers, the original chrome bumpers on it. It's still running the good old steel black rims, which is good. Most people, when they bought an XU-1, took the steel black rims off at the centre caps and put the Sprint Master wheels on it. Well, this is still the original caps. As I said, there's a few little chips and marks around the car, but it's very rare these days that you see an XU-1 that hasn't been completely restored. And this is a very, very good example. It has got the logbooks, owner's manuals and all the paperwork with it. And underneath the bonnet it's just absolutely perfect. Compliance plates have never been off the car. And it's still running the original, correct JP engine. But I'll just give you a squiz under here. And this is how good this car is. As I said, it has got a few stone chips on the front. If you look under here, that's exactly how they should be now. I'd say the inner guards have had a little bit of paint, but it's just, everything's correct. The wiper motor's got the big brake booster on it, still running the triple carbs and the original manifold. As I said, it's got the correct JP engine in it, twin horns which were standard on the XU-1s. You can still see the chassis number in here on the inner guard. And as I said, compliance plates haven't been off the car. Now, being a South Australian built car, on the compliance plate you'll notice that the numbers are always stamped into the plate, not out of the plate like a lot of the other states. The colour's lime green metallic, which is wasn't a real common colour in the cars back in the day. It was more predominantly a 72 colour. 73, I think they dropped that colour from the range. But just a good honest car, drives very, very well. The motor's nice and healthy, gearbox is strong, and I just love the black wheels, I really do. It's good to see one without sports wheels, as I said earlier. Chrome trims and still with the factory centre caps. This one's coming up this month at Grays Online, so give us a call on 1300 Classic or pop on to graysonline.com and follow the prompts. But a very, very good, original, unrestored 72 XU-1 Torana. Beautiful. Little 72 XU-1 Torana. As everyone knows, these things were a great car, not just on the circuits, but also in rallying. Won the Australian Rally Championship. This car was an Adelaide sold car. It was built in its 11th month 72. So it's one of the later LJ series. The car's unrestored. Most of the paint's original on it. It's finished in lime green metallic. Sold to you by an Adelaide dealer. And I'll tell you what, for a 19 car that old, they still drive great. This one, they run the triple carburetors on it. It's running the factory 202 JP block, which unfortunately a lot of XU-1s on the market today have had replacement blocks because they were driven pretty hard in the early days. So a lot of the engines were blown up. This is still the factory JP block. The compliance plates have never been off the car. The interior is still got the original radio, which you hardly ever see in these cars. But things like the console, that's the original factory console still in it. The steering wheel, the hood lining, interior light, even things like the old sun visor. You can see they've got a bit of sun damage. They've got a bit of a bend on them there, but just a good, straight, tidy, unrestored Torana XU-1. And this one's coming up this month at Grays Online. Give us a call on 1300 Classic or jump onto graysonline.com and follow the prompts. We sold the Bobby Morris race XU-1 last month, and since we sold that car we've had a lot of inquiry about more XU-1s, so we're lucky enough to get this one to auction, and it is a really, really good, tight little car. Like, it turns in right, the gearbox is nice and firm, there's plenty of power there out of the 202. Gearbox is great in this car actually, even the brakes pull up nice. Suspension's good. Whoever's owned this car has obviously looked after it and kept it well maintained. But yeah, fantastic little car to drive. And as I said, it's coming up this month at Grays Online. So follow us on Grays, or follow us on our Facebook page, Grays Online Classic Cars and Bikes, or give us a call on 1300 Classic.